Good morning, viewers. Welcome to ST Money's Masterclass. I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Let's roll. On July 23, 2024, when the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the budget, she had removed the indexation clause for the sale of long term property, albeit at a reduced tax rate of 12.5%. The finance minister announced on Tuesday, August 6th, last week, a significant decision that offers relief to property owners regarding long term capital gains, that is LTCG, tax on real estate. In the case of a transfer of long term capital asset, being land or building or both, which is acquired before 23rd day of July 2024, shall allow taxpayers to choose between a 12.5% tax rate without indexation or a 20% tax rate with indexation on these long term real estate transactions. The amendment was introduced in response to concerns raised by the real estate sector regarding the initial proposal outlined in the budget 2024. Capital assets such as land, building, and house property shall be considered as long term capital assets if the owner holds it for a period of 24 months or more. Individuals or Hindu undivided families, that is HUFs, who bought houses before July 23, 2024, are eligible to choose which LTCG regime they want. The new law applies to all Indian citizens and HUFs, but excludes NRIs, companies, and LLPs. The choice is available for both residential and commercial properties. This change gives homeowners flexibility in their tax liabilities when they sell their property. For properties held over a long period where inflation has majorly raised the property's value, opting for the 20% tax rate with indexation would be beneficial. Indexation adjusts the purchase price for inflation, potentially reducing the taxable gain and overall tax liability. For properties held for shorter periods or in low inflation periods, the 12.5% rate shows indexation could be more beneficial and result in a lower tax burden. While the 12.5% tax rate may seem immediately attractive, the decision to opt for it or the 20% tax rate with indexation should be made after careful consideration of individual circumstances. This amendment is expected to stimulate investment and sales in the housing market by potentially reducing the tax burden on sellers. It reflects a progressive approach by the finance minister to encourage growth in the real estate sector. Let me take you through a set of examples which will assist you to comprehend this update and also aid you to make the right decision if you have sold a property. We'll now do a calculation of tax payable on the sale of a property. We have two scenarios, one and scenario two. Scenario one talks about the long term capital gains example with indexation, whereas scenario two is without indexation. In this example, I have taken the year of the purchase at as 2006 2007 from this drop down menu, and I also have the purchase price at 25 lakhs and the sale consideration at 75 lakhs. So once I input these figures in here, it automatically takes me down to this section here, which tells me that my long-term capital gains subject to tax is 61,475 and the tax at 20% is 12,295. In scenario 2, if you look at the long-term capital gains chargeable to tax is 50 lakhs because it's without indexation, which means that the sale consideration was 75 lakhs minus the purchase price of 25 lakhs, which is 50 lakhs. So the tax at 12.5% on that is 625,000. So very clearly, it shows that scenario 1 is beneficial to me rather than scenario 2. Now, let's take another example. So now let's change this to 20 lakhs and the sale consideration to 65 lakhs. Okay, so let's make it 2013, 2014. Okay, now, so I have just dropped down this menu from here, and you can see I've just changed these two figures here, and everything else has just automatically calculated itself. So over here, the long-term capital gains is 32 lakhs, and the tax at 20% is 6 lakh 40,000. The one without indexation is 45 lakhs, and the tax at 12.5% is 5 lakhs 62,500. So very clearly, it shows that scenario 2 is beneficial for us here rather than scenario 1. So please feel free to use this spreadsheet to work out the exact tax liability under the two scenarios. You just need to use from the drop down menu the purchase year and at what rate it was purchased and what is the sale consideration, and everything else just works itself off. So practicing CS can use this Excel workbook to explain to the clients the difference in the two scenarios. The whole workbook is protected, and only the gray shaded cells are the ones to be used for inputting any data. This workbook has been added in the description for you to download and use. So the indexation table is also here, which flows through into here by using a formula which I have designed. Hope you like this video on the latest update of LTCG. For more such videos, please subscribe to our channel, Sunny Talks Money. For any Excel solutions, please email me at st@sd-money.com. See you next time.